So I just upgraded to the new automations here in Kajabi. And what happened is that all of my old automations came out as single automations instead of one trigger with multiple actions that happen after that one trigger. So basically, I have one trigger and I have an action, and then I have another trigger and another action, and another trigger and another action. And it's made a whole bunch of automations here, which in fact, I don't really have that many automations going on here. And so I'm going to combine these automations into one. This is going to clean up this whole area here so that I don't have to go digging for separate automations when it's really in fact the same trigger. If you look here, you'll see that I have the form is submitted, and that is our free UC, our Unstuck Me Club community. So when you fill out that form, a couple of things happen. One, you're granted the offer to access the community. And then you're going to get subscribed to a email sequence. And then if I scroll down a little bit more here, you'll see you're also going to get a tag. So one trigger and 3 actions all happening. And because I just upgraded, everything is scattered individually. So I'm going to show you here how you can quickly combine them in a nice, easy way. So first thing I'm going to do is take the very first one here. It doesn't really matter which one you start with. And we're going to right click on the name, and we're going to open the link in a new tab. Okay, that's going to allow me to be able to edit this one here. And I'm going to open the other two while I'm at it here, again, in a new tab. So I'm going to have all of them opened, ready to look at. Where's the other one? Right here. Okay, so I don't have to try to go from memory of what all of the actions are. And so the first thing I'm going to want to do is actually rename this one because I want it to be clear which trigger this one is. So starting off here, oops, we're going to put the name here as the name of my trigger. So let me just open this, and so I can see it. It's going to be close bracket UC in there, and then free unstuck, if I could spell, Unstuck Me Club community. Okay, so the trigger here is the UC Unstuck Me Club community, and this is form submitted. So let me add that at the front. Form submitted, and put a little colon there. Okay, so that's not all of it. I'm just going to save that for now so I don't lose that. Okay, I'm going to go here again, and I could leave it at that, and that would still be a really good name, but I could also add what actions are happening. So I'm going to do that here. Let's do, it's going to be tag plus grant plus subscribe. I can put more details in if I want. Let me just pop back here so you can kind of see what that looks like now in the list. All right, so you can see, depending on how wide your screen is going to show lots or not very much. So in this case, I can see that it was a form submitted. It's the UC form, tag, grant. If I hover over it, I can see all of my actions happening. Okay. Yes, I've got these little pills here, which is really helpful, but let's go and combine the other actions as well so we can go see what that looks like. Okay, so this was the main one. Where is it here? This one. Sorry, let's go back into it. Okay, so this was the main one that just edited the title in. I'm going to keep this one as is, and then I'm going to go over to my other one, and I'm going to unpublish it first of all. So by drafting it. Now know that as soon as I draft it, it's not running. Okay, so you want to be fairly quick on this one. I'm going to add the email sequence. So the name of my sequence is here just to remind myself to make sure I got the right one. So I'm going to go here, grant the offer, subscribe to an email sequence. I'm going to quickly find it. Post sign up sequence, free UC community. Let me just double check. Yep, that's the one. Okay, so I've added that there now. You can see. Perfect. I'm done with this one for now. I'm going to just close that tab. I know you can't see me closing the tab. Oops. Let me hit save here real quick. Okay, now I can close the tab on that one. And now I have on my third one here, this is adding the contact, adding the tag for the contact. So free UC member tag. So I'm going to pop back to this one and add the tag in, add a tag, select tag, and I have 2 tags that I need to combine, so I'll just pick one for now. Still more cleanup to do on this account. All right, so we've got our 3 actions now happening in sequence. Let's hit save. Okay, and then this one is all done. Sorry, this one we want to, let me close that here. We want to draft this. Now, the reason why we are drafting these, one, obviously we don't want the same automation happening more than once, but also we need to know which ones to delete. And by drafting it, it helps us to know which ones to delete. So if I go back here, let me just refresh it since this was the page that I had open before. All right, so we have here draft, and then we have our full one here. So you can see here it's got our trigger, our action, and then it says, oh, there's 2 more actions. This is why putting it in the name is helpful, because you can actually see what the actions are: tag, a grant, and a subscribe, right? And then if I want to actually see the details, I can open it up. Okay, so this one here, now that I've already combined it, I can go here and hit delete. Yes, I would like to delete this automation. Okay, so this is why I draft that. Then you're not accidentally deleting the wrong one that was published. It just really helps to let you know that that's the one that's ready to go in the garbage. So we'll just go ahead and delete those. Okay, so that's pretty much it. All we really need to do, we just have to kind of rinse and repeat and do that again until we have everything combined into one automation. So everything is nice and clean and streamlined and named properly, because when we transition to the new automations, you'll see that the names are really not as helpful. I mean, they're okay, but I'd like to get as much information in the name as possible. So that's why we make sure we have a great naming convention for our automations. I hope that helps for you to get your new automations cleaned up and streamlined and working really well for you.